Madam Chair. I just want to be clear, as we bring F63 to you, it is after considerable deliberation, presentations to the board workshops that go back over a year, where we made a decision that you, the board, sits on unused property that probably has no value to us in terms of educational uses, but may have value to other entities in the community or throughout the state. So it provided us with authorization for us to identify that type of property that we could properly advertise and make available to potential buyers. We did so. We properly advertised it. We did not qualify in any way when we advertised the property for sale. We did not qualify or restrict in any way its future potential uses. So this is a business transaction. I'm saying this to you, the board, to a certain extent shield you from any competing interests that may exist out there in terms of suitors to this property. With that said, it is my understanding that after we advertised this site, only one entity submitted an offer. The offer came in at slightly above fair assessed value, and that is the recommendation that we're bringing to you today. I would also like to comment on the fact that at one time when we first brought this issue to the board, FDOT, the Florida Department of Transportation, through its secretary, did announce to us that they were interested, as they were pursuing the expansion of I-395, in acquiring a portion of that property, a little sliver of it. I'm very pleased to tell you that the CRA has successfully negotiated with the Department of Transportation for the state of Florida. And this item now is being brought to you still for the same amount of money, actually plus $1 per square foot, with the added benefit of that issue between the CRA and the FDOT having been fully resolved. Let me conclude by saying once again that we did not advertise the property with any restrictions on future potential uses. Our concern is that we were maximizing revenues to the system as we advertise this property. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Thank you, Mr. Superintendent. Next speaker is Al Crespo. Mr. Al Crespo here. Good afternoon,
Good
sir.
afternoon, Madam Chairman, members of the Commission, and Superintendent. First off, I'd like to say that across the street over there, 1431 or 1341 Northeast First Avenue, that property sold in January for $47.55. You're selling this property for $25 a square foot. So obviously today is half price day for selling property from the school board to the CRA. Secondly, the sliver that the superintendent just referred to represents a third of the property, 41,000 square feet out of 120,000 square feet, for which the FDOT is prepared to pay $1 million. If you need money, there's $1 million for you. You still end up with 80,000 square feet of that property, which you can continue to use. And if you want to make money from it, when Mr. Botwig comes up here, if he does, ask him if they plan to use any of that space to put murals on the roof of that building. Because if the CRA is going to put murals on the building, you can put murals on the building and you can make that money. So it's not a matter of whether it's a film studio or not. It's what's best for you as a school board and whether or not you're getting true value for the property. And I would suspect that since $47.55 across the street and $25 2 blocks away, you're not getting real value for your money. And incidentally, I am the author of this, and I'll be happy to answer any questions after the fact. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.